Howdy friends, it's Scott Grove here, Dr. Groovy of GroovyMusicLessons.com, here to do a review of 4 guitars from the same place. I'll tell you why. There's a guy, here's the way this kind of all works out. The website is thentheherd.com, H-E-R-D. When we're all selling our guitars, in case everybody around the world doesn't know that term. We got 300 guitars and we want to sell a whole bunch because our wife says she'll kick our ass if we don't. We got to move a bunch of them out, so we are thinning the herd. So it's called thentheherd.com. Okay, so that's the website, and you can see what's actually in stock right now that you can buy the way it is. And I'll tell you a few other things about it. On reverb.com, if you put Thin the Herd in, nothing will come up in the search. The only thing that will take you to his stuff is if you put custom build, B-U-I-L-D, not with a T at the end, custom build. Then his stuff will come up. Then you can get to him there, but the Thin the Herd thing won't go there. But then the name Thin the Herd will come up after you go to the custom build thing, and you click that, then all his stuff will show up. So that's how you get to those. What these guitars are, I can very probably safely say this. I know 100% for sure because I've asked the guy, and he's very upfront and very truthful. I did not ask this question, but I can already guarantee it. There's sites like the what is it, Alibaba.com or whatever. These are all Chinese guitars, okay? And what I'm thinking that he's getting here, so he's just gathering up Chinese guitars and putting Korean pickups in them, he says, and says he installs bone nuts. He says he dresses the frets or whatever, but I'll get into that in a second. And that's about it. But you can have any options you want before he sends it to you. Okay, so that's what the deal is. If you don't want what's in there or in advance, want it built a certain way or whatever, then you can have whatever pickups you want put in it, unless you want to do it yourself and save some time and money or whatever you want to, whatever you want to have done, he will do it for you and throw away a bunch of junk. And he's very good at soldering and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to say, out of just guessing, but it's an easy guess, that these guitars are like factory seconds, or slightly blemished. They all have a little something wrong with them as far as the finish goes. That's about where it stops. Okay? And it will be in the description too for every guitar. If it has whatever the flaw is, if he can find it, he'll tell you what it is and every single thing about that guitar. Now, he does kind of like a lot of people do. They can order guitars maybe 3 times a year. So like every 4 months they'll place an order for something. And that's the way it generally is with China and Korea. You just place that order ahead of time, then you gotta wait for them before you can order again. So if they're out of something, then they're out of something, because they just get what is available or what is B stock. I will guarantee you these are B stock. When I got my guitars in, I told him, and this is, the truth, that's why I'm here. And I've got all 4, and I redid all 4, took the pickups out of every one of them, threw them in the trash. They were just that bad. The bone nut on each one of them, it was just like a one-size-fits-all. So if it didn't quite fit, he just kind of found the center place and then just allowed it overhang on both sides. Okay, or if it did fit on this side, then you had almost a 1/4 inch hanging off the other side. It was never lobbed off, and had to do some serious fret filing all the way down both sides, and had to round them off and all that stuff. It was some serious bloody action if you're going to play them. You can even see that stuff on the website on the guitars. You can see the nuts hanging off and you can see the frets hanging off. So that has been told to him. I said it was on every guitar. He goes, well, why didn't you just buy one then? You know, it's like, well, because if I bought one, that kind of defeats the purpose of what I was after. So I bought the 4 so that I knew exactly, is this like for the entire run, whatever it would be, you know, because nothing was mentioned about all that stuff. Whether he knows about it or not, I don't know. He said he got one other person right after I talked to him said, yeah, the frets were sharp. But those are the 2 things that are huge, are the nut you will have to shave unless he changes it, because again, it's just, he changes it to a bone nut, and like I said, one size fits all. And then the frets are, and the pickups, he says, are from Korea. Here's the last one to go in the trash, but I just left them for you. And as you can tell, it's one of these cheesy ass pick guards that have the where's the best one? Right here. You can see the hole above the hole, so these little tiny pots used to fit in here. He says he put CTS pots in them, which they are the bigger pots, but they say nothing on them. They don't say how many ohms they are. They don't, I mean, there's not a mark on them who made them, blah blah blah, but he is honest about that and every single thing about it. Just to let you know that he's either just don't know or whatever, you know, he calls output jacks, input jacks, weird things like that. He tries, he sells a lot. He's sold 300, or right at 300 that have gotten feedbacks on reverb.com. God knows how many of his he's sold out of wherever he works out of, I guess in Texas. That's what it says with the headstock of the guitars, it's Texas. But he will flat tell you that, yeah, all this stuff is in writing, so go look. Every guitar is different, even though it's the same. He'll tell you, here's the pickups. The ohms are approximately about 5.5K each. This one here just has it says a CTS pot at the volume knob. It doesn't say about the tone. So that's it. So it definitely needs some work. So again, he does offer them as a bare bones thing too, which I may get a few of, because there's some really cool guitars that I just haven't seen around that are awesome looking and can be made cool. So I know what to expect now, so I will order them without anything in them. I'll just order the body and maybe the neck. Okay? Everything I bought was bolt-on because that's all I like. So I will show you all these, and what I did do is I put Fender, Mexican, everything inside of them because I like those more than a lot of things. I went super fancy with the electronics and the Paisley telecaster thing back here, but it doesn't make that much difference. But it's still Nashville Telly stuff, but I added a Strat pickup in the neck because I don't like the neck pickups from the Telly, that little silver thing. Anyway, so I will show you these guitars. I will just leave the specs off because a guitar is a guitar is a guitar, and every guitar again has Fender, Mexican, Strat pickups and electronics now. So what I told you before, or whatever you read on his website and it has in it, you can say, yeah, I want them with those, or you can say, no, I don't want those. Send them to me empty, or yes, put some lace sensors in them, or put some Seymour Duncans in them. It is a custom build thing. Again, they are just slightly something wrong. Some kind of, as Dave says, they're gooched somewhere in the finish or something. So the first one is that Telly I was telling you about, and I changed so much on these. Okay, here's this one. Okay, So there's the black Paisley. Everything on here was chrome, as far as all the hardware, every last bit. There was no pickup in the middle. Okay, so it was a chrome thing here, and a chrome, or some kind of goofy ass pickup here, and then I had the chrome little pickup here. So, you know, of course I just did all that, and I cut down underneath the top here so you could put them in at an angle and then drop them in, so you don't have to make that cut that comes down like this. So that little channel works out really great. This was the hardest one to get everything into. The bridge that I put on, of course I used my little roller saddles, but you'll notice how long of a throw that is. Okay, for the longest ones I had to go get actually something with Allen heads on them, because these are 4mm screws I had to get to fit on this particular bridge, and this is a high quality bridge that I bought, and then I put these rollers on it. But these had to go and be 1 1/4 inches long, so that's a long ass throw to get them into intonation correct. And that was my thing. But if you go to put a regular bridge on it, other than the Chinese one that comes on it, it goes this way. It's the only way it'll fit. So you gotta route out under here if you're going to put any other bridge on it. Okay, so I put the 3 Fender pickups in, the major nice wiring, and you know, the orange drop, blah 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 crap. Again, everything on here was chrome. So now every single thing is black except for maple. Okay, I did of course those. Now here's the headstocks, nice flame. You'll love the flame on this. Again, custom build, Austin, Texas, USA. And there will be nothing on it that says made in China or anything like that on there. Okay, because the parts come from everywhere, but the body and the neck do come from China. I put these locking tuners on there as well. So it's been changed from a basic thingy into a stratocaster or a Nashville pickup. But look on the flame of the back of the neck. You know, that's pretty groovy. So, I mean, there's good and bad, but if you finally understand what it's all about and that it is a custom build place, then I personally would opt out of, which I will continue to do now, because again, the guy's nice and he's very honest. The only thing I was weird about was I bought 3 and I got 0% break on the cost. I had to pay full cost. Then he had a sale on reverb.com, like 15% off, and then like 2 days later I bought this one and still did not get a penny off of it. I said, do I get a little dime off of this thing or something? And he never said a thing about it, so I had to pay full retail for them. This says 1 of 1. Another one I bought was supposed to say 1 of 1, but you can tell him to put that on any guitar and he will. Okay, but so, well, I'll play a couple of these a little bit. So that's what I did to this one, and as things come up, I got some pictures of what these look like before, which you just saw with this one, and some I don't because they just weren't on the website just now and I should have taken pictures of them, but I didn't. So, and I'll just put the one picture I took in the living room of the one before I changed everything on it. And it's even got some, right here, some extra flame maple going for the fingerboard. So it's all not just a one-piece deal. They are separate. 22 frets, you can see that whole deal. It was one of these kind of jacks. So I bought all the other kinds, and I have four or five different kinds of telly jacks around here, but that's the one that was on there. Well, not the one that was on there, but I had to buy one just to simply replace it and fill the holes. Okay, this here is just a Strat. And this one was completely black, 100% black, except for the headstock. Except for, I mean, black pick guard, black knobs, black Everything's back, everything, the tuner is black, everything black except for the toggle switch knob was white. I don't know why. Okay, so here's this thing. I put some chicken head knobs, and I did more of a Paisley deal because I had the guards around, pick guards. Okay, so it is just flat out black. I usually will not pay money for black guitars, but I bought a lot of black guitars again for some reason. And Paisley there because I had that. And then I did the Paisley thing there that I bought. It was majorly chrome. I changed it just like I did with the other guitar. I don't know if I showed you, but so I bought a couple of those and re-tinted them. You could get it in black or chrome, so I got both in chrome and toned it down because the black is very black. It could be none more. How much blacker could it be? None more black. Okay, so I've still got everything has been changed, so that was a nice easy way to put that all together again. Chicken head knobs are always groovy. Nobody ever see it within all that pattern, but it's groovy. Little bitty skinny. I know I need somebody's like, you need to hire a cameraman. It's like, no I don't. You get what you get. There you go, little skinny block in there. I don't give a crap about those because I don't use them, so there it is. If you want a big massive block on there, tell him to put one on it or screw one on there. I will, there's bound to be another white nut. There is. So I colored that nut with a Sharpie. Okay. It looks like the funky thing with this was probably right there. That could be what this was, a little tiny gooch. But yeah, you could cut yourself on these before, and again these hung off the sides and you had to cut them. Again, there you can see that it is right there, just a Sharpie marker colored that black so to match again with the rollers. And not, these are the stock tuners. Okay, so whatever they are. This is the top of the headstock. He did not color that in black. That's more Sharpie, as is the stuff around the headstock, the little line around there. I just simply put that on there and called that a day. I almost put it inside the truss rod place there, kind of make it look like a Mexican fender or something, but again with the Texas thing. Okay, so it's just a black Strat that has been changed just for the aesthetics and definitely for the pickups. Again, I literally threw all the pickups in the trash. I just didn't want anybody else to have them. But give them to me. It's like, I would not do that to somebody. They're just really not worth having at all. A lot of people are buying them and they're happy with these guitars. I'm sure a lot of people would be, but they're just not after what I'm after. You might be fine and dandy with them. I have no idea what you're into. Okay? I'm just telling you what I'm into and what you get. This is 10.5 pounds. This big purple sucker. 10.5 pounds. Burl something. Oh, shizzle. It is 10.5 pounds. Purple is all get out. I think they call it plum crazy or something, but it is purple as it gets. Again, I don't know, I can't tell on there, but there it is. And I put, of course, everything on here is me. Okay, so these were they're gone, they're in the trash. So Mexican fender, everything in it. These were black, That wasn't, it was some other color. So just typical plastic changed to gold. and had to do, that's the stop tail, the whole thing there, so no whammy, which was nice, so just that stop tail piece. This is a Flying V thingy that I had bought one time that was supposed to fit a Flying V, but it apparently was supposed to fit a child's guitar, because it won't fit on any guitar because it just is so small. So it kind of looks like that Cadillac emblem again, like this. So I just filled everything with screws, put it on there. It adds kind of a flair to it, and there it be. Okay, 22 frets on here, and again, it's some kind of weird burl top. And you could, with all these tops, it's like very easy to, even if you're just polishing it, it leaves behind swirl marks. Okay, that's just what they all do for some reason. The varials in the back here, again, you get the typical, I mean, you get whatever kind of wood you want. Don't think everything is basswood because that's what they have to use. No, you get everything you want. So, heavy ass chunk of something. Oh, big old hunk of, can I see what this is? Burled maple. It's made out of ash. Yeah, hard ash body with the burled maple top. So that's what we got. Okay, and other than that, these I took out and put, bigger ones in. They were nice. The other ones I just bent and yanked them out of there with a pair of vice grips because they were rusted. Maybe that was the flaw on it. I don't see any other real flaw. It will tell me in the description. I mean, but there's lots of little, and I mean lots of little places. Everything that you rub, it makes swirl marks. Of course, I did all the gold. I know every guitar player in the world hates gold, but I dig it because I'm groovy that way. Okay, so it's just gold everything, and gold back plate, just normal. Had it laying here. Again, everything was black. But oddly enough, that was gold, and it was there. But everything else was black. Okay, and it was, yeah, they thought that's that kind of a cut that people usually make for single coils. And again, so those fit right in, and it had 3 single coils, so it was an easy deal to put the Strat stuff in there. And one other one, which I really dig. I asked him about some P90s in these, and he went ahead and made some. They look awesome. This is called the Tomahawk guitar, but it's got a Chapman thing with the upside down headstock. All of them are doing that for some reason. Anyway, it's green. And did this one start off? I've seen this with so many configurations, and it's the coolest guitar that he gets. He showed me another one. If I think of it, and if that other computer blew up, I'll show it to you some other time. But you ready for this one? This one is Groovy. I even bought a thing that says Groovy on the back. There you go. Okay. That's called the Tomahawk. It's the name of this one. It's the only one that I know of that actually has a actual name, but he makes them that had humbucker routes that have 2 of the full-size P90s or P100s, and these go do on 3. Then he's got other ones that he does like a Tele, and so many configurations and whatever you want in them. That's the good part that I keep forgetting, kinda. Again, I yank out all the junk I don't want, but then again, I have to think to myself, because it's my first time dealing with these people, that I could have got all these without the electronics in them and stuff, but I had to see what was what. But I ended up throwing most of it away. But then again, that is my fault, because I let myself get those. But then, had I not got them straight straight off the, I bought them all off reverb.com, and I just wanted to buy them straight the way they were, with nothing done, just so I could do this, tell you something, and if I want some stuff made my way, which I'm going to, I'm not saying I'm not going to get something from this guy and have him made up, because I will. I'm just going to say I want the best you can find. And I do like this body because it's not like anything else out there that's, you know, it's kind of like a, oh God, a very thick melody maker. Okay, so the green, and it was all black, everything here too, and so it needed a chromed out package. Groovy knobs that I put in. Here, okay, here's the thing that was weird. On this guitar, it did have, I can't remember if I had to put another, no, it had 3 pickups. But the pickup switch, it didn't go all the way to 5-way position. It was only cut to go to 4. So I had to go out there with the saw and get in there and cut it longer so it would reach the 5th position. So that's what was going on there. Wilkinson bridge, he ought to do just about like that, kind of like John Dillian does, and just go ahead and I told him he should. We'll see if he does or not. But do the whole Wilkinson thing, because they're good products and they're cheap, and that way he could get rid of that Korean stuff. If he's buying from Korea anyway, all the Wilkinson stuff is so cheap, and I think he would really get a lot better stock products, definitely, instead of people having to throw parts away. Cool inlays too on this. You can get whatever you want on the neck, but I like that, so I got that. Or on the fingerboard. Just straight lines. Okay, so here's the bone nut, and man, I just had to, and I mean, they were square, they were hard, they were not curved over at all. It was just a chunky, I mean, just square block thing, very uncomfortable. You could cut yourself up there. So you have to roll it, you have to cut it off the side again. You could get almost a 1/4 inch hanging off the end. Okay, so the upside down headstock is pretty much standard on these, but I suppose you could get whatever you want. Again, I did the rollers. These are the cheapos, locking tuners, but they're there. But so that's that. Oh, there you go, Dr. Groovy. So I've been doing a lot of fun stuff with the back of these deals. So heck, let's plug something in. I'm going straight, I'm going clean, going through the 1982 Paul Revere Fender Concert 2 amplifier. It don't matter which one to pick up, it'll just work fine. Okay, I'll just do that real quick with all these, since so many have, I don't feel like, 10.5 flipping pounds of weight. You do not want to get clunked over the head at the bar in a fight with this thing. I would like to have a jack put in it. Yeah, this did only have a master volume and a master tone, so I put the extra jack for the Strat electronics. And let's see, just a couple more of these, and hey, we're going to something else. But again, like I said, don't write these people off until you write them. It's just the one guy, and he's, again, very nice, very honest. He's not going to cheat you out of anything, but at least you know what to expect going in. There has to be something stock. But then again, if you want a custom build, you can have it. Okay, so I'll go back and do that with all that in mind and say, hey, I want that body. He's got, pickups there that are available that are wood, that he does himself. They're wood tops and nice looking maple, shiny tops. Some people have done that. Hey, I need to loosen the truss rod. It's been a few days. Okay, one more. This was the last one I did. Had to wait for parts. What was I waiting for this whole time? Oh, the knobs. Oddly enough, I had to drill the knobs out because these shafts were too big. These custom electronics in that thing. Very odd that they didn't quite fit, but weird. And then strap. Okay. Hard to play with no strap on. Did I just say strap on? See, I gotta do like the whole Andertons thing. Shut that thing up with no noise gate and a bunch of tubes. Anyway, so there you go. Custom build is what you will type in over on the search bar at reverb.com. Okay? And then click the little button that says Then the Herd, and then everything that has for sale will pop up, and everything that is already ready at his custom shop is thentheherd.com, and it's kind of hard to get there. You'll be looking around going, well, where's the guitars? it's very minimalistic, which is cool. After looking at my website, it looks like a third grader made it, and it basically did with me behind the camera. So anyway, that's that. So remember that when you get there, click on guitars that are available now or whatever, and then if you want to talk to him or do a custom thing, write to him. I wrote to him just now, so he'll let me know when new guitars are in, and I can grab them and do something with them, or have him do something with them, or say take everything out and put it on another guitar. I just want to buy the body or whatever. Remember that you have all these options. So okay, again, I bought all four completely the way they were, and with parts going in the trash, big whoop from me, because I can do that kind of thing, and that's fine, and I don't feel bad about throwing these pickups in the trash. Some parts I kept for other things, but the pickups went to the trash. I should have just gave them back to him if I had thought about it, but I didn't. Maybe I can just send these 3 pickups back. Then again, they're probably about $1 each, guarantee it. That's just all they pay for them when they buy a whole bunch of these. I know John over there at I know his real last name, so over at Dillian, the Wilkinson pickups and stuff, $3 or something like that a piece if you buy in mass quantity over there at the nice Korean shop where Dillian guitars are made at. So pickups are cheap, and that's why everything is Wilkinson on the Dillian guitars. So I suggested that to the guy over at this place. We'll see if he goes there or not. But then again, you can have whatever you want if you tell him, but it will cost whatever it costs, or you can do it yourself. Okay? So there you go. Do with it what you will. I will be getting more, but I will be getting them my way. Kind of like Burger King. Have it your way. Have it your way. Okay, I'm going to shut this down and do about 3 or 4 more little reviews before I go to bed. All these will be up. Oh, you'll see all these sometime in February after the world is nuked from the whole Trump thing. They're up and they're hiding because my sale is still going on, so I need that banner on the top. If I take that down, like I did a couple weeks ago, all the sales quit. Nobody saw it, so I I'll put it on top and I just won't. So there's videos, and I just make them public later. So that's what I did, and it's still a long way away from you being able to see it. So maybe a lot more guitars will be here. I got another Strat coming in. Anyway, take care. Herpy trails. Bye.